Hello, I'm Zina Urinzi and I'm the founder of Believe and Live Again, the post-divorce lifestyle service for female professionals, entrepreneurs and women of faith. Now, I'm also a single mother. I'm divorced, so this is why I'm qualified to talk to you. But apart from that, I want you, forget about all the emotions, because I know as a woman, you're probably very emotional. And I know how it was for me during my divorce journey. So if you happen to be going through a divorce right now, or you're a single mother, or you're worried about your finances, I do understand. I understand, especially if you're here in the UK, where maybe about 6 weeks ago we had our Brexit. So people all over the world are anxious, wondering what to do. Are they going to lose their jobs? Are the assembly lines going to stop? Are people that work in the factory going to stop working? Are things going to be more expensive? And you, as a divorced woman or as a single mother, you're wondering, are you going to be able to make ends meet? Especially when you've got legal fees, you've got school fees. Suddenly you were a two-parent family and now you're a one-parent family with one income, trying to do so many things. Maybe you're trying to send your children to boarding school if that's what you were doing together with your partner. Or maybe you're just trying to put food on the table. Well, I'm here today to tell you that you can make it work. I know maybe some of you've never worked before, and that's all right. But I need to tell you some home truths. You need to go back to work. If you haven't worked, you need to retrain yourself. And it's really important that you start thinking about what you were passionate about when you were once in that relationship. Because who knows, that might be your opportunity to make the money that you need to look after yourself and your children if you have them. I'll give you a couple of strategies. We're here in Canary Wharf and it's really calm. It's in the evening and you've got the stockbrokers walking by, you've got joggers walking by, you've got me trying to jog as well, but it's not really working, I know. But on a more serious note, these strategies will really, really, really help you. They helped me. The first thing is that you need to find out what your true financial position is. The only way you can do that is not by going to your bank statements, but by going to your local credit agency or credit bureau, something like Equifax or Experian. Pay your £1 or maybe it's £2 now and get a proper record of all your financial undertakings. How many debts you're in, how many debts you've got, have you got any CCJs, and don't be ashamed if you do have them. Have you got other things that you didn't even remember about, so that you know what your true financial position is? It's really important. That's the first thing. The second thing is not to ignore those bills. Maybe you've got loads of bills that come through the letterbox and you're so overwhelmed. You're like, where do I start? Please, 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 please. I know I've been in your shoes, so I'm not telling you what I don't know. Open that letter, that red bill, that white bill, whatever color it is, open it up and call whoever they are and try to come to some sort of arrangement with them. It's better that you're paying little than paying none at all, because before you know it, you can have bailiffs at your door, and that would be a horrible position to be in for you and your children if you've got them. Number 3, make sure, this is a particular pitfall, don't fall into that situation, like the Wonga people, salary, what do they call them now, payday loans or whatever. Don't fall into that, because number 1, the interest rate is astronomical. Number 2, you're very unlikely to be able to pay it. And number 3, you're unlikely to take additional loans just to satisfy that one. So just in case maybe you were considering taking a Wonga loan or something similar, or maybe you were going to do some massive credit card that doesn't look at your credit reference or anything and it has massive interest, please, 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 please don't, because it will put you in a worse position. Number 4, I hope you're writing down. Number 4, keep a record of this, is it's really important that if you do have credit cards, cut them up and have only one. And that particular one is for you to use it just to do your weekly shopping, so that you're able to pay it back. The reason why I give this advice, because some people might be saying that sounds, counterintuitive, is because if your creditors, the banks, the mortgages, whoever, if they see a proper record of you being able to pay your debts on time through your credit card, they are more likely to give you credit when you need it. And this will help to repair your credit if you do have bad credit. I know some of you might be, you're in a relationship and you weren't responsible for the finances, the household finances. Maybe your husband or your ex-partner was responsible and you were responsible for keeping the house. So you had no idea whatsoever what was happening. Maybe your house, your home has been remortgaged. Maybe your husband had bad debt and he ran away. But it's really important that you need to start to rebuild your credit so that you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. Number 5, I mentioned it earlier on, is do your best to try to get a job if you don't have one, or to change career. This is a really good opportunity to change career. It's a transitional period. This is Brexit, and I know that everyone's thinking, lots of people, not everyone, but lots of people are very anxious and very nervous about it. But this can be, if you choose it to be an amazing opportunity for you to turn it around. Like, I don't know if you happen to be a Christian, but there's a book called the Bible, and they said that Isaac was able to profit in the time of famine. So let's say that Brexit is a time of famine. If you're really wise and you keep your wits about you, you are able to use this as a massive opportunity where you can actually profit. You can start up a new business that doesn't really need too much of a capital outlay. Maybe, I don't know, think about something you're really passionate about. Think about a gap in the market. Maybe at the schoolyard or the school gates. Maybe there are kids, if you've still got little children, that they forget their trainers or something. You can have extra trainers in your bag, or you could have shoelaces, or you could have extra lunches. There's so many things. You could do the traditional, do hair and nails and all those kind of things, but you can even be more inventive and not just think outside the box, but create your own box and think outside that. You'll be surprised what you can do. Now, I hope you found this really interesting and very useful. I mean, I can go on forever. But remember that if you do have your own home, if you don't pay your debts, your home is at risk. There's no other way I can put this to you. Your home is at risk. And I also want to say something about those of you that might be going through divorce right now. It's really important that you handle this thing called divorce as dispassionate as possible. And I'm talking from experience. Your lawyer is not your friend. Your lawyer is your professional buddy, as it were. Your lawyer is there to give you the best advice professionally. So when you're feeling emotional, you're feeling distressed, you're feeling really upset that your ex-husband has done this and he's hiding assets, or he's doing all sorts of things, your first pot of call should not be your lawyer. Your lawyer will listen. They will share tissues with you. If you have a female lawyer, she'll eat chocolates with you, but she will not pay your bills. As you're speaking and as you're crying, you are running up billable hours, and before you even get to court, you're paying almost 10 grand just sending letters to the other side. So please, I wish someone told me this during my term, but I'll tell you this, and I'm telling you this because I am a lawyer, so I know what I'm talking about. Before you go and visit your lawyer, make sure that you have a list of what you want to discuss. So you know exactly what you want to do. Do you want the house? Do you not want the house? Are they assets? Are they not hidden assets? Whatever it is, make sure you have a list. Custody of the children, have a proper list of what you want, and then your lawyer, if he or she is a good person, will be able to advise you on what is actually realistic. Another thing I need to tell you, don't end up being twisted or bitter. You need to make sure that you try your best to resolve this as amicably as possible. Obviously, in divorce, it can be quite, really tricky, but there are no winners. You're all losers. So don't think that, I'm really going to deal with my husband, or I'm really going to deal with my wife, because at the end of the day, you're just getting at each other's throats, and your children, if you have them, will be the people that will suffer, and your pocket will suffer as well. So it's really important. Try your best not to be Don't be bitter. Don't try and, I want the house because you want to revenge, or I want the car. Make sure it's something that you can actually, deal with once the divorce is over. There's no need asking for the house, for instance, and you get the house, and then after you get it, the courts give it to you, award it to you, you can't keep up the mortgage. You need to know what you can comfortably deal with and take it from there. And I hope you've really found this useful. Like I said again, my name is Zena Arinzi. I'm known as the Divorce Reinvention Queen. If you want to talk to me a bit more, just go to www.believeandliveagain.com/contact, or I'm on Facebook all over the place, or on LinkedIn. And just look at the box. You'll have all my details. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you found this really useful. Take care. God bless. Bye.